Hey, 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 hey. We'll just work right through these technical problems. Gerald Jones. I am the founding president of the National Black Business Alliance and the Entrepreneurs Network, amongst other things. The designer, curriculum designer for the Black Instructional School Zone, which is a program designed to improve the educational outputs for people from prenatal to grave. Improve the education output for all Black people from prenatal. That means we start with all those things surrounding that baby before it's even born and do what we can to help provide a solid, a stronger educational, more effective educational environment for that baby before it's even born, all the way to grave. So if someone is all the way to the grave, if someone is in a nursing home and is able to learn and can listen to tapes and videos, we want to be responsible for all of our people from cradle to grave. Now that sounds like a big task, but what are we supposed to do? Tonight, today, this tape, I would like to reflect on the Black Instructional School Zone. Its purpose is to improve educational outputs for all Black people. It's being implemented through a program called the BISZ, BSZ, Black Instructional School Zone. BISZ, business. It is set up on a for-profit business model. Why for-profit business model? For those of you that are disturbed by that idea, I would bet money that you know very little about economics and very little about business structures, so that you immediately think that what you need to do in an area of education must be nonprofit funded by the government. That mentality really, I'm sure it exists in many places. I would imagine it exists in many places. I can't say I'm sure, but I do know that it very similarly looks like a slave mentality. We're waiting for someone to give us the money to take care of our own and to do the things that we need to do. Well, Black educators, I'm calling on you this evening. I need 100 Black male educators. 100 Black male educators. We are implementing a small portion of the Black Instructional School Zone, a training program for our community. One particular part of the program is called Spare Time Income and Second Income. That's right. Spare time, second income. Earning a minimum of $500 a month, 500 plus. Now, that's not a lot of money, but think about it. What would you do if you were going to receive a $500 increase tomorrow? An extra $500 tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, December 18th. What would you do with it? An extra $500. What if that was an extra $1,000 or an extra $5,000? I need 100 Black male educators to come to the table willing to take the lead across the nation, but definitely in Houston, but take the lead across the nation in implementing a very solid program that's going to make a major difference in the Black community. If you're hesitant, if you are questioning a non-traditional strategy for approaching improving the black community, then this might not be for you. I need some dogs. Dogs. Yeah, I need some dogs. I was getting ready to change that phrase. And I need some dogs. I need some people that go put their nose to the ground and work this program, because we're going to make changes. Notice I'm not saying I hope we make changes. We're going to try. I'm telling you, we're going to make changes. Whether you get involved or you don't get involved, you're going to be involved in one of two ways. You're either going to be participating, or you're going to be an observer, unless you just don't hear anything about our work. And if you don't hear anything about our work, I'm going to wonder where you buried your head, because we will be very, very visible. The kinds of changes we're talking about bringing to the black community. Let me give you an example. 100 Black Men. Now, this is a school program. This is an independent for-profit school program in which we pay our students and our staff real well. The students earn income. I was working on this program years and years ago, back in the A-Leaf ISD. And I was so far ahead of the curve on this that the A-Leaf ISD at the school where they thought I was trying to promulgate this did everything they can to try to find reasons to harass me about that. Those of you in A-Leaf, let me just be straight up, because I don't have time to play games. You remember over there at Kilo when we had one particular principal, I don't want to call his name now, high school, and on certain questionable practices. And I understood and got it from received this information from good sources that this with the primary purpose of trying to fire me. Well, it didn't really work. They came too weak. They must have thought that they looked at my skin and thought that that would mean something inferior. They looked at my gender and thought I must have been inferior. I don't know what the hell they thought, but they thought wrong. Because at the end of the day, I initially asked them to pay me in October for the rest of the year, and I would resign. They told me they would not do that. And so we started a battle. They did what they could to try to fire me and get me off their payroll. They fooled around and got my foot caught in their behind, and ended up having to pay me for the entire year, starting in November, where I didn't have to work or go into the classroom for the rest of the year and received a full check. All while I was writing and publishing and producing articles about their behavior. One particular article I wrote was 6 white N-words, and I didn't use the N-word, 6 white N-words took over the A-Leaf ISD administration building. Then I began to name the 6 top white leaders in the A-Leaf ISD. A reason why I brought that up, and it's so critical to talk about the whiteness of these individuals, is not because they're bad people because they were white. They just did some bad things that gave white people a bad name, which is black people, we're kind of used to that. We got a bad name, so blacks and whites have good and bad names. That's just the way it is. If you can't handle a conversation, you can't handle terminology. I'm not trying to be hurtful. We're just having an intelligent, intellectual discussion. If it's too much for you, there are other Facebook people you could watch. I'm not the one. So I'm just giving you a little background on A-Leaf, because this is part of the reason why we're talking about the Black Instructional School Zone. We're not going to tolerate that kind of behavior for a number of our other instructors. I can speak directly to A-Leaf. I already have wind of a couple, 2, 3, 4 incidents right now that are pending in the A-Leaf school district. Information about what's going on, we are engaged. We're active. We're going to keep our eye on it, and we're going to be a part of the process. So A-Leaf ISD, you will be dealing with the Black Instructional School Zone. Also, I understand that A-Leaf ISD has a black superintendent. I have not met him yet. Greetings, sir. My name is Errol Jones. I'm sure the people there in the A-Leaf ISD have given you a lot of information about me. My best advice to you as one brother to another brother is meet me and judge for yourself. Meet me and judge for yourself. I'm going to say something that's going to seem rude, but it's not rude, it's direct. There was a superintendent in A-Leaf, Dr. Sterner, Louis Sterner, who we didn't see eye to eye on some things. I had a lot of respect for Dr. Sterner. He was a finance guy. We didn't see eye to eye on some things. And so 1 year after allegedly signing a contract for which would equal almost 1.5 million, this is what I understand. It may not be all the figures are correct. So allegedly, it was said that he resigned from the A-Leaf ISD after 1 year into that contract so that he could spend more time with his family. Well, actually, the heat in A-Leaf ISD was starting to turn up. It was starting to turn up, and it had impact. Allegedly, had impact. There was a lady that ran the school board president and president of the, I think it's the a statewide organization, school board members, Miss Sarah Winkler, who she probably doesn't realize how much I respect I have for her, but at the same time, I have to do what I need to do. And her statewide race post tangling with our organization, educational organization all across the state of Texas, and also being on 91 votes. We're not playing. Dr. Sterner left and he went to work at a bank. I understood that he asked a question. How was that guy? Acted as though he couldn't remember my name. He asked someone that. How's that guy over there doing? And they told him how I was doing. And I think just like I'm doing now, I suggested that because I don't have anything, any smoke for Dr. Sterner, but I suggest he probably wouldn't want to keep asking about me unless he's asking me. I haven't heard anything since. Another superintendent came in behind Dr. Sterner. This was H.D. Chambers, this A-Leaf. I'm going into these things in the A-Leaf ISD. And H.D. Chambers, he really got the raw end got the bad end of a stick, short stick. I messed that all up. He came into the district with people informing him about Errol Jones, and I'm pretty sure Errol Jones was the enemy, and Errol Jones was a problem for the A-Leaf ISD. Errol Jones is still a problem for the A-Leaf ISD because Errol Jones is a Black community leader. Errol Jones is a Black man that will not just tolerate Black people all over other Black people, and I sit by quietly and watch, or silently and watch. You don't pay me, so therefore I don't have to kiss anybody's behind to get your money. I'm not looking for certifications. I don't need certification. I'm certified by my behavior, by my outputs. I am what they call, in modern terminology, a free Black man. Let's move on. No anger, no hatred, anything like that. So, Mr. New Black Superintendent in A-Leaf ISD, I'm looking forward to making your acquaintance and working with you to support you to make A-Leaf all that it can be from the standpoint of a community leader. Let me go on here. So we're looking at, I need 100 Black educators to help implement this spare time second income. Now, you can also work with us in a confidential manner. We don't usually put names out there of the people that are working with us because we understand there are other ops out there trying to attack your certification, attack your livelihood. So we allow you to remain undercover. It's not a problem. No problem at all. They won't know where you remember the movie with Chris Tucker getting fighted on, and somebody kicked him. He looked around, who kicked me? Well, that's kind of how we operate as well. If you have information about any of these school districts, if you have information about any of your principals, if you have information about any of your superintendents, and you think is relevant and pertinent and we need it and can use it, then you know how to get in touch with us. We are glad to take that information and in a confidential manner address it or drop it. It all depends. Share this link with somebody. People need to know what's happening. There's a new sheriff in town. We're doing some things differently. So 100 Black educators, spare time second income. We are putting together, not it's already put together, but a business boot camp for the with the Christmas price, the business boot camp. By the way, Millionaire Academy, which is designed to help young people, family members, begin to earn very decent money. Begins around $20 monthly tuition for a graduation brand promise of $500 more monthly. That while you're in Millionaires Academy, you'll learn those strategies. You learn how to do a proposed project. You learn how to outline a key result area. You'll learn how to participate in a Scrum activity. You learn how to do a proposal outline, a proposed project, and a proposal outline. You'll learn how to track your behavior, your functions, your effectiveness every day, every month, every minute of the day if you need to. You will learn how to manage yourself. You're going to learn how to earn money. There's no big super secret to it, except you just don't know. Many of you are not earning money because you're earning some money, leaving so much money on the table, and you're highly educated in one area. You've been trained to be good workers. And this is one of the reasons why, especially with teachers, the teachers are treated like little children. Little children. Administrators treat you like little children. I mean, the problem that A-Leaf had with me is this, that I was highly educated, highly trained, highly motivated, highly capable, highly skilled, highly experienced, and they would bring an AP, a brand new AP with 3, 4, 5 years of classroom experience under their belt, and have them try to they should be collaborating but lead me, could lead me, but many of them were misleading. And when I ask, why are you misleading, why are you leading us this way, it's not the best way, then their panties would get all in a knot, and they'd have problems and think I was being insubordinate. In fact, one principal, let me tell you what's up with this. We're not playing. I had one administrator evaluate me, and I missed making whatever the ranking was that qualified me for a raise for the next year by 1 point. So I went in, I asked the administrator, I said, I'm missing 1 point. That you could just gave me a point somewhere so that I wouldn't miss the whole year of a raise. And especially since it was garbage, but it's subjective. It was garbage. So I asked seriously, do you think that I'm going to stand by and allow you to take a 1 year worth of little tiny embarrassing raise that you think I'm gonna let you take that from me and knock me down on my career ladder? And now that I'm thinking about it, I didn't say this to that person, but I was thinking in my mind, in my spirit right now, you must be out your damn mind. You must be, who in the world do you think you're talking to? Who do you think you're dealing with? Now, a lot of you all educators, I read what you write in some of these posts on social media, and you guys are just getting what they would call punked. How do I know? I was a union rep. I was a teacher in the districts for years, and they just play you. You can't strike. They treat you like babies, like clowns, dog you out, lie on you, cheat, scheme, and connive. How do I know? Because I caught them lying and cheating and scheming and conniving, and proceeded to bust that behind, and can still go back and work for the school district if I chose to. So we need 100 teachers. Here's the offer. I need 100 teachers, Black male educators. We're going to do some things. You'll get paid well. The compensation, I think, do we have it on here? Compensation is in the 6 to 7 figures. We're not playing. I'm come up. Why? So you can find some decent Black women that you can marry and you can take care of, because you're making $100,000+ a year, which is probably more, and you're working for yourself. You have your time back, you have your money, you have 3 types of freedom that we deal in. We deal in location freedom. I'm trying to go on a cruise around South America for 28 days, but I can't go yet. Do you know why I can't go yet? One, I can't afford it. It's not as expensive as you would think, but I can't afford to do that right now. I can't afford to do it because of time, because of money, because I don't want to do it by myself. And I have only a few friends that could go, because they couldn't afford. Some of the people I deal with who I love very dearly wouldn't pay that kind of money to take a 28-day cruise around South America. So I have to have enough money so I can finance that trip for them to go with us. That's why I need a lot of money. I have people in my life that I want to bless. My goal in life is to be a philanthropist. I need to make a lot of money so I can give a lot of money away. Excuse me, seriously. 3 types of freedom. Location freedom. You can go and be where you want to be. Financial freedom. You can afford to go and be where you want to be. And then time freedom. You have the time and be and afford to be where you want to be. Those are 3 types of freedom. Now, Black educators, we have a real powerful program that kind of deals with the Underground Railroad. We're tagging on to that, and it's real powerful. And in fact, Black educators, males, we expect to end up at the Black Smithsonian Institute in DC in 2025, most definitely by 2026, that we'll be there, and we'll be making a deposit there. Now, I have a few connections there, people that I know and people that, see, this is important. You can know a lot of people, but do they know you? People that I know and people that know me that are there. And we're going to see what we can to bring them a deliverable about what Black people have done over the last year through the NBBA and through the Black Instructional School Zone. We want to be, and we will be, the next big thing to happen in Black America next year. So 100 teachers. Now, teachers, let me tell you this, and the other folks, the second target market, youth are always our target market. But the second customer segment that we're looking for are nonprofits. Let me tell you how we're going to work with this nonprofit thing. Let me show you something. Let me show you something as that guy from Saturday Night, not Saturday Night Live. You remember the show. Can't think of it right now. I'm going to show you something here. You are enrolled in the, I want to see here. We want to show the screen. Let's show the screen. How about that? Okay. Come on, computer. You're moving a little slow. Here we go. Here we go. Just a second, you all. This window I want to show you. Sorry for walking you through this like this, but I need to improve my skills on this. Let's see here. I'll just tell you, I'll show you the book. I'm trying to show you the book outline of the book outline, which somebody you know, absolutely. Okay, I think I have it right here. Pay attention. Pay close attention. Your name, your business is probably not here. You is our internal office. Well, this is the book, a manual that I wrote, a short manual, 38 development through youth entrepreneurship. It outlines the basic program. If you read it, you will be interested and excited